coming at you with 3 things today. Actually 4, if you count my bookshelf behind me. I just moved my office upstairs like a couple months ago, and I don't like organizing physical objects. I'm good at organizing digital things, like my computer and emails and tasks and all that stuff, just not physical objects. So that's my mess of a bookshelf back there with, right there, the Essential Hardy Boys are there. So that's where we're at here. I'm coming at you with 3 things. First, a quick story. Second, what the market has been doing since Stay Home, Stay Healthy. That's a question on a lot of people's minds, including my own. And in real estate, we're kind of working in the past because because of statistics, basically. We don't know what's going on until we can look back a few days, a week, a couple months to see what the trends are. So we do have a little bit of data I wanted to go over. And I also, a common question we're getting right now is like, what can we actually do real estate wise? So first, a story. In a podcast I sent out a couple weeks ago with Tim Ferriss and Jack Kornfield, there was a story. Jack Kornfield's a famous Buddhist teacher. And when he was living in the forest in Thailand, becoming a monk, he was traveling between villages with a bunch of other students and his teacher. And his teacher pointed at this boulder over there and he said, "Hey," to all the students, "is this boulder heavy?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, of course it's heavy." And he said, "It's only heavy if you pick it up." And I think that's a deep story and anecdote for what we're dealing with right now, because there's a lot of heavy things going on, but they're only heavy if we pick them up and take them. And I know that I'm picking up things all the time that I don't need to be, or a news story, or what's going on halfway across the world, what's going on politically, how many new COVID cases are there. That's all important stuff for sure. But for me, I know that I pick things up more than I have to, and it's only heavy if you pick it up. So take that for what it's worth. It helps me in my day-to-day, and it also helps me focus on the things that are within my control to productively do, and knowing the difference between those two. Second, what's going on with the market? So we saw 300 in the last week. There's been 383 new listings, and over 300 of those were before real estate was considered an essential business, which happened over the weekend. So that was between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, over 300 new listings, which is a ton considering that during that time, you weren't really able to go out and show homes. So that's really interesting. 241 went pending. So that is an outstanding, what we call absorption rate. And then 566 listings closed. So I thought it would be a lot quieter than that, to be honest. So I'm really happy to report that the market is still moving. I do think that the most important thing right now is to be safe and to be conscientious of others and to stay at home as much as possible. That's the reality. Some people do need to move. Some people need to sell. Some people need to buy. That's all valid stuff, and I'm all for that. But I do think it should be done responsibly. We have guidelines like no more than 2 people in a house at one time, including me. So if I'm showing with a couple, I go in with a rubber glove on and sanitize and all that stuff. Show the wife or the husband, just us 2, come back out, and then go in again with the other person. So we are taking some precautions like that. The other cool thing is that Compass and our team have come out with basically a new suite of services, such as virtual open houses, doing FaceTime showings with people. We can do a virtual neighborhood walk. We have new dynamic digital listing brochures. So as we, like pages turn, and it's like a real-time type deal. Video mail like this, live postcards. And then one of the things that's really cool, this part isn't cool, that photographers are, we can't use our photographers right now on our listings. So we have to take our own photos. I wouldn't call myself a photographer. So my photographer is enhancing our photos for us and doing some virtual staging, just to do the best that we can with our photos. So, we're doing our best to adapt and innovate. It's a changing situation every day. Like I said, the main thing is to be safe. We have a global pandemic on our hands, and although real estate is important, people's finances are important, the main thing is that we protect people. And so that's kind of what our enhanced suite of services is designed to do, to keep the real estate business going with as little contact as possible and being mindful of people's health and well-being. So I hope that's helpful for you. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and feel free to reach out anytime. We'll see you soon. Take care.